Naptown, the city that always sleeps. Most people think nothing happens in this town that is halfway between nothing and nowhere, but they would be wrong. There's plenty that goes on in this town for those willing to look. Having successfully slowed down the tree gang by stealing back multiple artifacts, the crew knows now that there is only one thing left to do: take down Herman. They have a plan to take him down, and he is missing his artifacts. But nothing ever goes according to plan in the city that always sleeps.
Last time on Naptown, you guys broke into Herman's house, or three of you broke into Herman's house and stole all of the artifacts he had of magic and power, figured out his general plan, and confirmed what Tanner learned across town with Herman, that Herman is trying to rule the city because of past slights against him and his recently deceased family. So you guys are all back at the Mystical Grove. What are you doing?
I think those of us that were at the house are probably unloading all of those artifacts and bringing them in.
Just pulling everything out of our pockets. Like a Mary Poppins
they have like an emergency exit too, so we can just like bring them in through the back.
Yeah, I think we're getting Sylvia to take a look-see.
Can she do that? Have I established that she can do that?
She can do everything.
Whether it's her or someone else, like...
Yeah, I don't think she can.
Okay. But we drop it off with her and Idris, since they're in charge-ish.
She can keep it for safekeeping.
Yes, you can drop it off with her. I'm just saying, like, she can't identify stuff. Like, it's not in her wheelhouse.
Okay.
She's a god of hospitality.
We don't want it falling into bad hands.
Well, according to Herman, you've done that by taking it to the order.
They've already fallen into bad hands. Yeah, so I think we trade information with... Is Tanner there?
Yes,
okay.
You guys all arrive shortly after each other.
Yeah, so I think we trade information. So is Herman bent on coming after us?
Yeah, he wants to kill the Order. So...
He's probably going to be a lot more into that idea once he finds out that certain things are gone from his house.
Did you steal a bunch of stuff from his house?
We absolutely did.
Tanner just, like, reaches over and high-fives Darwin. That is exactly what I wanted you to say. Now, the question is... First of all, pour out the loot. Second of all, can we use any of this stuff? Like, if I just start grabbing things?
Well, okay. We already brought it out. Sylvia's got it in the back. I mean, unless you have a way of identifying things that I didn't know about, we're just waiting to find out who can take a look at them.
Gotcha.
They're just very, very powerful, and we figured a lot of harm would come to the Order and potentially others if we left them with him.
I agree. I want to use them to smite him.
But isn't that playing into exactly what he thinks about us?
We're planning on smiting him. I don't care what his opinion is. He's an enemy. He can think what he wants of us.
I mean, are we planning to kill him?
I don't know that we're going to... Okay, so what I have at my disposal is an axe made out of bones and a gun and a car. If you can tell me how to non-lethally apply that to our problem...
Well, we've non-lethally applied things to these problems before, and we've been able to take people down and bring them back here to depower them, so I figure that's always option A.
I don't know that he's... Well, I guess it's just kind of like the choice of life in prison or death, and I'm guessing he's not going to give us much of a choice, but...
Well, okay, but for us, I feel like probably for us from some moral standpoint, option A of not killing him should be the first option.
I would agree. I think we might end up harming him in the process. I assume he's going to fight back, but I don't think...
He seems like he wants to murder us, yeah. He's not thrilled with the Order's existence.
Right, but between the four of us, surely we can overpower him.
I did not get that impression from him. No, but we'll see.
Okay.
Well, like I said, option A. Option B, we take him down any way necessary.
Can I go talk to what's her name?
Yes.
What is her name? Gosh.
Sylvia.
Sylvia. I want to go talk to Sylvia for a second.
Hey, Tanner. She slides you a cup of coffee.
Sylvia, are there any things here, like big swords or like axes or like a hammer or, something big and powerful that could maybe be used to like hit someone that kind of seems like me?
I mean, don't you have axes yourself?
Yeah, but isn't that like a better axe, though? Is there like a sharper axe? You can say no, I'm just curious.
I don't think we have a sharper axe than the axe that was inside you all along.
Alright. Great. Tanner just like closes the door and backs out. Alright, that's a negative on the new axe for smiting. Anyways, so he wants to kill us, and he has a lot of friends.
Do we have any idea of what he's going for next?
You have a thing that he looks to be going for next.
Oh, is that part of the plans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nothing I have specifically planned out, but like you kind of know his next 3 chess moves kind of thing.
Okay. So we'd know a location that he would be at?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, would he be at it, or would it be where he would be sending people next?
So out of what you were you got a 13 on that roll, so what you're able to suss out of that is you can figure out where he would intervene versus where he'd just have lackeys intervene.
Okay.
There are some targets that are valuable enough that he doesn't trust thugs like Zadok to get it without screwing it up.
Okay.
I'm honestly not totally sure we should do that, though, because, like, alright, let's say we go to a job that he's trying to do. 1, it'll likely be in a public place, and 2, it will likely be accompanied by his friends. I kind of think our best bet is, honestly, if you don't want to, like, get in a fight with him, then we wait for him to be asleep, and we, like, all jump him and tie him up and throw him in the car and drive him back here and depower him as quickly as possible.
Well, if you are looking to tie someone up, one of these artifacts you all just brought in might be helpful, as Idris floats on up. This coil seems to be unbreakable.
I like that. That all is exactly the right things to say.
I don't know much more than that, but if you guys think you could use this to stop this, preferably non-lethally, since we're generally against that, I can loan it out to you, but we would need it back after you capture Herman.
Great. I love it. It's my new favorite thing that we have.
And no, before you ask, we do not have a giant axe for you, Tanner. I think the one you...
No, I asked. It's cool. I got my answer. I'm good. I grow an axe. It's fine. I was just wondering, what I'll do is I'll tie the rope to the axe and then swing it around. Anyways, we don't have to get into it.
There's no
right
way
now.
that will end poorly, I'm sure.
No, I think it can only end well. So yeah, do you like the idea of just like going to his... I mean, you guys have already been in his house. Was there anything like particularly scary about his house?
There's no wards or anything like that. The main defense, I guess you'd call it, was his... You're not gonna like this. Dog. He has a dog. It bit me.
So we could burn down his house with him in it? How do we all feel about that? I'm just curious. Just a thought.
Okay,
We're
but
really
that
starting to go
goes
down.
directly against the option option A of taking him hostage.
Darling, there's a dog in the house. A dog.
Okay.
Is it a mean dog?
I don't understand.
Maybe
your
he can be the
thing
puppy
with
you
dogs.
promised me.
No dogs.
It did this to Faye, and he points at
She,
her arm.
holds up her arm.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you guys? They're wolves just with longer. That's it. That's all they are. Is just a wolf, but different. Why would you want one around?
I'm not saying we want one around. I'm saying that going out of our way to kill a dog seems really unnecessary.
Runa raises her hand. I do want one around. We can name it Tag.
You can have a dog here. I'll tell you what. You can have a dog here. If you go get a dog, you can have a dog here.
And we're going to name it Tag for Seamus's puppy.
Okay. Yeah, I love that idea. Actually, now wait a second. Hang on. What if we take that dog and bring it back here and give it to Runa? 2 birds, 1 stone, and we get a dog.
I like this plan.
We just have to take 2 cars.
Your ideas of what to do here are really bouncing back and forth.
No, I like this plan. This plan is good.
Okay, so here's my plan. We do 2 things. 1, we subdue the dog and bring it back here. 2, we subdue Herman and bring him back here. At night, in his house.
All right.
I mean, I guess.
I don't see the need to really concern ourselves with the dog. It didn't like me very much. I can't imagine it would like being at the order, but I suppose we can.
We'll put a pin in it. It's like a plan. It's like a secondary objective, if possible, and the dog isn't killing us. Put it in your car, bring it back here. I mean, otherwise it's just ownerless. That's just sad.
All right, so I think we're going to Herman's house.
All right, you guys all pile into this car where it is now late.
Going right back after we just came from there.
Well, should we, wait a day? Should we wait a day?
If you want. It's whatever you guys want.
What time? It's like nighttime now,
It's
isn't
nighttime, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we are fairly certain he would be back at his house, sleeping, right?
If you just got robbed, would you be asleep, or would you be, awake? Calling the police.
He's not going to call the police about magical artifacts that he stole from places.
Well, that's a fair
like
point.
clearly for
That's
the
fair.
I
historical.
mean, he could always make up something else that was stolen.
Oh, that's what we should have not stolen them and then called the cops on his house.
Well,
Okay.
too late for that.
It's okay. No, it's fine. Just having plans after the fact.
You were so excited that they stole things just a minute ago.
I was, and then I thought about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
So what are you guys doing? Are you waiting a day? Are you going now?
Okay, so out of game, my actual rationale here is that, he has just been robbed. He has, just gotten home and found out he was robbed. This seems like a time when his defenses would be up, not down.
That's fair,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I would agree, yeah.
So we can wait a day.
Which is why I think wait
That's
a day. But also, I'm not, if you think it makes more sense to try to get him on a job, we can do that. It would just seem like you guys were able to break in pretty easily, and he doesn't have, 30 people living with
No,
him.
I'm fine with us just waiting till tomorrow night. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little worried in general his defenses are going to be up, but I think we would have to wait much longer for that to not be a problem.
Yeah. And it might be that thing, where you guys have broken in once, so, the defenses are just always better, You broke in once, so, he gets better locks, and there's just always better locks, kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
But, you guys, wait, is there anything you'd like to do in the day you have as rest?
I don't think so.
Maybe Faye should get her arm looked at.
I mean, it hurts.
Yeah, I could stop by Ewan's and be like, hey, can I have some
He's not happy
antibiotics?
with you. You want to play doctor? Actually doctor.
Actual doctor.
I'm in a lot of pain,
I
actually.
just had a mental image of, do you want to play doctor? And he's like, oh yeah, starts unbuttoning. And she's like, no, I meant doctor.
Actually, please bandage me, please.
Yeah, you get bandaged. You still have the same tag.
Yeah,
you're not going
it's
to bleed
just
out.
Narratively, I have a doctor boyfriend.
In every game.
Oh yeah.
We played a one-shot where we were making jokes where Caitlin was the medic. I'm like, do I have to be an explosive expert where this gets in love with a doctor? So, anyone else doing anything? Anyone else playing doctor with anyone?
No.
Okay, so fast forwarding to the next evening, you guys, I'm assuming you guys are going middle of the night-ish thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, the lights are out. How are you doing this?
I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time when we first got there. I want to see if all of a sudden there's some kind of protection on the house.
Okay, make me a roll.
That's a 9.
There is nothing that seems to stop you, and that is what you learn. So, like you walk in, you can't feel any wards that are repelling you, kind of thing, or have ill effects against you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What would the rest of you like to do?
So last time we were here, I turned into a bird, flew into the chimney, attempted to lock up the dog. She holds up her arm before unlocking the door from the inside. I can do that again. I have 2 arms.
Are you planning to get bit again?
That's also-
I mean, I wasn't planning on it the first time, and it still happened, so the
also-
possibility's there.
It's also really mean with Tanner, who only has one arm. I have 2
I'm
arms.
also terrified of dogs, but you know.
Dog. I'm the worst friend.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you could tie up the dog, that would be like the best option, I think. Like, really, if just any of you could tie up the dog, that'd be fine. Like, if the dog was tied up before we got in there, that'd be good.
Or if Darling wants to fly in and Rosebush the dog, maybe. Like, Rosebush the cage closed?
Well, I was actually going to suggest me doing that, or at least getting in first, because I can do something.
Great minds think alike.
Yes. So, get over here, Faye.
Mwah.
Cute.
And I don't have to roll for flying in, right?
Well, if you're trying to sneak in, you do.
Oh, okay.
But you get, like, the not the God's favor, the
Let's got favor.
God's favor, yeah. The tag for...
Yeah.
Because you're a nice little dove.
Yep. So that is a 9.
Okay. You are able to fly in. Consequences have been noted. But the room is dark.
All right. I'm going to use Rosebush to lock its cage.
So as you fly over
crate.
there, you see there is no longer a crate in the room. The dog is still there and has a new bed, but there is no longer a crate to lock the dog up in.
I'm still going to do Rosebush, and I'm going to make it a new crate.
I mean, that's a really good idea.
I like that.
Okay, go for it. This is going to be just like sticking it in a bush. It's not like making a wooden crate out of...
Yeah, I mean, that's enough.
like...
Well, we'll see, I guess.
I mean, I can manipulate how it, like, goes, so it doesn't have branches, like, poking into its side. It gives it enough room.
It's more...
I'm not cruel.
It's more restrained. It's not like it's like a fancy cage that will last forever.
That's a 7.
Cool. It looks restrained for now.
While Darling was doing all that stuff, Tanner wants to do one thing. Well, actually, 2 things. Hey, Faye, did you, like, happen to remember where his bedroom probably was? Like, where he would be asleep in right now?
It was only 1 story, right, Zach?
Yeah, you can point it out.
Okay. Yeah, it was just a 1-story house plus the basement. His room is over here.
Gotcha. Okay, if things go, like, if we start hearing barking from inside, like, I know this isn't the ideal solution, but I think we just bust in through the window and try to grab him, like, as quickly as possible before he, by himself, can run in and start punching at Darling. Does that make sense?
Yes, I got it.
I think at that point, Darling opens the door.
Well,
Oh, okay. Never mind. We're good.
If you let me.
what was the other thing Tanner wanted to do first?
Oh, hey, Seamus, can you use Rift Radar to see who's inside of the building? Like, if there's 1 rift or, like, 10 rifts?
Sure, I can take a look. That is 12.
There are 2. Well, 3.
There seem to be 2 rifts. 3?
3 if you count Darling.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm being accurate, so it's not just like you said, 2. There are 2 rifts you do not recognize.
There seem to be 2 rifts besides Darling in there, so looks like we might have more than we bargained for.
Are they in the same room or in different rooms?
Different rooms.
They're in different rooms.
Does Darling seem to be in the room with one of them?
Yep.
Is one of them the dog? Is the dog a rift?
It is now, buddy.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm specifically asking, is the dog a rift and the other person a rift? Or is it there's a guy that's a rift, the dog is a rift, and then there's also Herman?
No, there's Herman and the dog.
Okay,
And Darling.
Got it.
Like, those are the 3 rifts that Seamus is seeing. The rest of them are all hiding on the basement stairways like a surprise party. Because he can't see underground. Confirmed last episode.
Apparently. I mean, that was because I rolled badly. I rolled a 12.
You need a 13.
Ah.
Okay, this is gonna sound kind of extreme, but, like, hear me out as, like, a thought here. I don't want to try to get Herman past the dog without waking up the dog, right? Because it's a dog.
The dog's awake.
And we don't need to mess with
The
that
dog's
dog.
awake. The dog's... Mandy built a rose bush around it.
Okay. Is the dog, like, barking
No.
and scratching right now?
Not yet.
Okay, it's just... Okay. Okay, so here's my thought. We jimmy the window open. We tie one end of the rope to my car. and we tie the other end of the rope to Herman, and then we drive away.
Why don't you say these plans before we get started, Tanner?
All right, it just occurred to me that getting Herman past the dog is going to be a challenge. But if we just take Herman simply out of the window at high speeds, he goes from asleep to being drugged 50 miles an hour. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. This is my...
Zach, I opened the door. I opened the door.
I worry about you, Tanner, sometimes.
All right.
There's no way I haven't opened the door by this point.
Well, that's the unfortunate part. So as you try to shift back from being a dove back into a human, you seem a little stuck.
Okay, I fly back out and...
When you say stuck, do you mean that she's a half human, half bird? Or that she just is a bird?
So she was stuck as a bird. This is what
okay. Like, I was like, did she hit a glue trap?
I'm imagining Darling, like, normal Darling body with, like, a giant dove head.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood the picture you were painting. That's on me.
Okay, yeah, so I fly back out. Can I transform once I'm back out?
Just give me a second. Oh gosh, all I can think of right now is Tanner going, "Coo for me, baby." Boo! Oh, I can't help it. Oh.
Gosh. Zach's dying.
Oh man, you're gonna need to get some birdseed to feed her from now on with the pigeon head. Well, not pigeon head, but dove head. Okay, so as you fly out, yes, you are able to retransform back into a human, but the door is still locked.
Okay, yeah, so transform back. Well, the good news is dog is restrained. Bad news, I could not retransform into myself when I was in there, so door is still locked.
Alright, so my thought is, we back the car up to his window. We jimmy the window open. We jump in and throw the rope around his legs, tie the other end to my car, and we drive away.
So you just want to drag him down the street?
Well...
Tanner, I think that also goes against Plan A. We're not trying to kill him here.
I think that draws attention as well.
Alright.
Which we're trying not to do.
I still think we go in through the windows so we don't have to fight the dog.
That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Dog's taken care of right now anyway, so let's take care of Herman first.
Okay, that sounds good.
Who's jimmying the window?
Not me. I don't have any kind of tags to help with that.
I don't think I do either.
If I, treat the window with calm authority... Would it open itself?
By God, it does. No.
Open sesame.
Do any of you guys have a way to jimmy a window, or are you just throwing a rock through and hoping for the best?
I mean, Tanner was a detective.
Tanner got rid of his private detective thing, so what I have is finding dirt, marksman, and calm authority. So either I can find dirt on the window, I can calmly ask the window to open, or I can shoot the window open.
Can you not punch anymore?
Maybe you should stare the window in the eyes.
Well, but that's okay, but if we're just punching the window open, then we don't really have to roll to open a window. Windows are not strong.
You can open a window. It's how stealthy you're trying to be about this.
I have
shoot the
literally
lock.
nothing for that.
Cool, so you guys are just punching this window that it looks like.
Vinny, you got anything about opening doors?
I mean, we could just try to ram the door open.
No, I know. I mean, that's what we're doing. It's just probably not going to be particularly... Okay, Tanner's just going to try to open the door. Just a flat roll.
There you go. The door or window?
Window.
Just lean against it. That works.
Oop. That is an 8.
Cool. You are able to get the window open after you punch through the window.
Okay.
You had a mixed success. You had no way to jimmy it. So here, sorry. Let me rephrase. So you start to jimmy this window, and it seems to be going rather well. And then you're like, oh, I got it. And then you just like put if I just put a little bit more muscle, it'll pop right open. And you hear it crack and break as you put a little bit too much of your strength into it, and you're like, well, here we are.
Yep. So I guess I'm just gonna brawl like a Norse god and use Mobile Slayer's Kit to have, like, a hook of some sort that I can use to tie him up.
Cool. Roll me that.
That's the exact same roll, but 10 because I'm adding 2 to it.
Yeah, so you're able to get a loop around his ankle, I guess, as he swings at you with a spear. And make me a face of the danger roll.
Yo. Woo. That is adding Giant's Hide 7.
Ooh, that's not super great for you. So that will be that'll be a level 2 coming at you after being reduced. So you're sitting at halfway through a 4 with all your other injuries from this arc. And he so as he whips around, he tries to hit you with the point of this spear, and you are able to duck out of the way. So he just ends up smacking you with the butt of it, and it hurts, but not. It doesn't pierce, which is good.
Okay.
So he didn't manage to stick him with the pointy end?
Nope, he didn't get the pointy end. Maybe you should give him a few pointers. I figured you'd do something like this, Detective Tanner.
Yeah, I mean, right, yeah. I figured you figured. Anyways, hi, I'm Tanner. You're coming with us now.
I'm not, and then he whistles. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess because I can hear all this, right?
Yeah, you guys are by the window.
Yeah.
Unless you chose not to be, I guess.
Because I just climb in to try to help.
Okay. Punchy punch.
Am I just going and swinging?
Well, okay, so this is Zach, let me pause and ask a question here. We're trying to tie him up.
What sort of rolls should we do for that?
Can Seamus help further tie him up? Or are we just, because, like, there's damage tracks, right? So we're on a track right now of restrained. Is there going to be a separate track for punching, or can we punch him unconscious enough that the restraining of the rope works?
I think...
You know what I mean?
I think you can punch him unconscious. Like, I think the rope and, like, trying to do non-lethal damage are kind of the same thing in my head.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, if you start using a gun to take him out, that's a little bit different. You know? Like, that's no longer restraining and would be different.
But yeah, just in general, when we're doing physical damage, we're doing it with the intent to restrain.
Right. Like, if you're not with the intent to do damage...
So out would be that he's, like, fully tied up, and, like, struggling with him and trying to knock him out will be helpful for that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just want that to be clear because we've had issues with restraining before.
So I'm gonna, I guess, climb in too and shift into Zadok. Feels like poor taste, but he's a big guy.
Just shape-shift into Seamus.
And now we're doing psychological damage.
You're having a bad dream. Just go back to sleep.
Shh, go back to sleep. Yeah, so I'm gonna do shape-shifting for that.
You could shapeshift into Felix Ortman.
Or a bear.
From the
just,
casino.
Like,
he was the casino boss.
He was not a burly dude.
I don't think
Was he not? Oh, I thought he was. I couldn't remember.
Like, he wasn't, like, a muscle guy.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter, because I got a 6. Unless I can use, I don't know, juice from somebody.
No one has juice. So...
Yep. That fails.
Cool. So Faye jumps into
I have
the
a Zadok
window.
head.
No. She jumps into this window, and right as you're shapeshifting, you're like, didn't Darling say something about shapeshifting? And you're a bird.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
Metagaming thing. You are able to use your magic in here. The side effects are a little bit more wonky when you guys fail and have mixed successes kind of thing. Like, you're not being punished for trying to shapeshift. You're being punished for rolling a 6.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to let you know, like, shapeshifting into someone strong and then going in there, or like either way, wasn't a bad idea. You just rolled a 6, so the effects are, you are now a bird.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You know.
Peck.
You try to peck at him, but he slaps you into a wall. Roll a face the danger.
Okay. Shapeshift lives out of harm's way.
Cool, yeah. Have you ever done this as a bird?
I don't think so. That's an 8.
Cool. So you are able to dodge for the most part, but you still get smacked into the wall, and it hurts.
Okay.
You are also halfway up to a level 4 tag.
Woo!
As you're a little disoriented. Seamus, what are you about?
I'm just going to try to help Tanner get this guy restrained some more. I'm going to use Yeah, do you think military strategy could apply? Where it's like, I know, like, the positions, like, ways you can lock someone in a position?
Yes. I think it definitely applies.
It's a 4.
Cool.
Oh, man. This is not going well.
You are not used to really, like, tying people up with a rope. Like, you know how to grapple, but you don't really know how to, like, this is, like, a very different skill. So every time, like, Tanner's like, oh, I got it. You, like, hold him down and I'll wrap him up. And every time, like, you, like, pin Herman in a different position, like, it's, like, kind of undoes what Tanner just did. You know, like, Tanner's like, oh,
Gotcha,
move to the left,
yeah.
and then you unroll the left, like, towards the right, kind of thing. Over and over
It's
again.
like, roll him to the left. My left.
You're going to have a face the danger roll, but it's going to be in a second for something coming for you. Darling, what are you about?
Okay, so Darling's going to come in the window as well. And then I'm going to trying to figure out how to describe this. I want to try to, like, paralyze him almost like paralyze with fear by being commanding.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to use my tags
No,
here.
it's not a bad idea. You'll probably take a -2 because he is very confident in himself.
Yeah, so basically, she's gonna come in, and just like, Herman, you're coming with us now. And I'm gonna use center of attention, distraction, because I want to distract him so that they can tie him up. And then has he hurt anybody yet?
Yes. Faye and Tanner.
Okay, then I also want to use my revenge tag. Now that said, you said I'm probably going to be at a -2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to invoke my weakness of Schadenfreude.
So you're at a -3, so you're at a flat roll.
So I'm at a flat roll now. And that's a 7!
Yay!
I'll take it.
So though we hit with all you got, I will add on to his restrained track. So he is resisting what you are saying, but he is starting to be more restrained. He is up to a level 3 tag of restrained.
Yeah, it's less of being paralyzed with fear and more like I distracted him enough that they could tie another knot.
And he's putting up, like, less of a fight at a certain point, kind of thing.
Yeah.
While you are doing this, I guess... Okay, so while you are doing this, the door bursts open, and I need both you and Seamus to make a face the danger roll as the dog, which is looking more and more wolf-like, barrels through the room at the two of you.
You as in Darling?
Yes, and Seamus.
Okay, I'm going to use Danger Sense and can take a pounding.
All right. You want to use Calm Authority with that too?
Sure. with Calm Authority, that's a 9.
I'll let you borrow it.
Can I use Rosebush to try and throw up a shield as soon as he comes
I'll
through?
have that.
That's another 7.
All right. You both take level 2 statuses. So I will mark that down on your guys' sheets.
So I previously had a tier 1.
Yeah, so
How does that stack?
you're at a tier 2 now.
Okay.
And Darling is part of the way to a tier 3. All right. So you now have this big dog in the room with you as it comes around. Who would like to do something?
I would. And Zach, you can tell me if this is a stop holding back or a hit with all you've got. I want to use Hypnotizing Eyes and Calm Authority to look Herman in the eyes and just say, "Go to sleep!"
I think that would be a stop holding back since you've never done this before.
I agree. That's why I was looking at the rules for stop holding back. So you can decide whether this is significant, no return, or
think it's-
ultimate. So, significant is basically just like marking fade or crack on one theme. No return is losing a theme, probably. And ultimate is I would die or be forever transformed
It's
by
not
this.
ultimate.
I think it's significant.
That's what I was thinking. It's significant. So you'll roll plus your logos, it says.
Yeah, which is weird to me. I don't understand the logic behind that, but fine, like whatever.
The idea is that your logos is what's holding you back. So like it's like the room you have to grow into.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's whatever. This is like rules weirdness with the system. That it's fine.
No!
Oh no! That is a
Oh
We're doing so bad.
So pay the price of a 7 to 9, and I fail.
No.
And I lose control over my powers.
No.
Yeah. So basically, for sure, I mark a fade or crack and burn all the power tags of that theme. And then whatever else happens is up to Zach. That theme being divination.
So, as you try to do this and reach out into your power to use it against a strong foe in a way that you've never tried before, you look into him and you tell him to go to sleep, and all of a sudden, you feel it reflected back on you as you start to feel more drowsy and more lethargic. The way that's just narratively why all your tags are burned. And you're hypnotized to not use hypnosis kind of thing. I don't think there's any other consequence other than that you can't. This is not a tool you have in your repertoire now. Like you tried to stop holding back and you didn't. It's not like I tried and now I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. It's like no, you don't get it.
Sounds good. Sometimes the dice is mean.
Make me a face the danger roll real quick as he tries to stab you again.
Yep, that is a 10. Hooray.
So as you drop out of this, you kind of go into autopilot and are able to again deflect things into the parts of you that is meant to take a beating and not the parts of you that are important. Because you're not an avoid the hit guy, you're get hit in the right spot kind of guy.
Yep.
So you dodge the pointy end of the spear and he starts keeps smacking you, but it keeps hitting on parts that can take the hit and rather than parts that would hurt, Yeah. Instead of hitting your jaw, you're able to deflect it to your shoulder blade. Anyway, who is next?
I guess I can go ahead.
You have a dog that is undamaged and a wolf. It's a wolf at this point, basically. It feels less bad to say I kicked a wolf to I kicked a puppy.
Yeah, it's I don't know, I can't attack this dog. That just feels wrong.
It's a wolf. It looks very wolfine. Lupine. Wolfine.
Now go Wolfine. Wolfine's better word choice.
Wolfine. Don't you love my tapestry of words, everybody? Join our Patreon.
It's very loopish. Oh, gosh, I can't. I feel like I just can't attack a dog, especially with the memory of my dog Tag in my mind.
Those are related, right? Not the dog tags have nothing to do with dogs.
Right.
It's just Ruda's misunderstanding.
Her misunderstanding that then Tanner encouraged.
Right.
It's pretty cute, though. I think so, at least. I make good jokes.
I know, it's a angry wolf coming to bite you.
Yeah, it's an angry wolf that's attacking you. It's not a dog. It's a wolf.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to knock out this dog or this wolf. I cannot. I feel bad
It's
saying
a wolf.
it even.
It's a wolf.
It's transformed.
Okay,
guys, it's Fenrir.
No, it's a dog. Slap the dog.
It's the Rift of Fenrir. It's okay. It wants to devour the moon or the sun or whatever it eats.
Yeah, I'll use hand-to-hand combat and predict foe's move.
Go for it.
That is a 9.
All right. Looking at the actual rules, do you want to get it good, like you always do? Take cover, get good, control collateral damage, hold target's attention, gain juice.
Let's hold its attention.
Cool.
Just so the rest of the party doesn't have to deal with it, especially Mr. I'm afraid of dogs over there.
You start wrestling with this wolf, and things are going well. And then you wrestle it and throw it off of you, and then you just see it staring at you, and you're like, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Make me a face the danger as it starts trying to bite at you.
Alright, that'll be... can take a pounding and danger sense. That is an 11.
Yeah, so it may have its eyes locked on you, but you are also prepared this time. It didn't burst through a door and surprise you. You are ready, dodging left and right as it snaps at you.
Awesome.
Faye.
I'm gonna try shapeshifting again. See how it works.
And attacking, I'm assuming, with the shapeshift.
To, restrain him further. It's a 7.
So it is a strain on you. It feels very difficult to shapeshift into anything other than your raven shape, even back to your normal form.
It's like pushing against the current, yeah.
Yeah. It's not painful, but it is very uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
But you do manage to shapeshift into Zadok and help restrain Herman a little bit more.
Big, strong Zadok, yep.
Do you want to get him good? Do you want to take cover? Which means, he doesn't hit you back. control collateral damage, hold attention, or gain juice.
I think I want to take cover.
Cool. So you are wrapping like him in a way that like he is not able to immediately punch back, and he's kind of focused with Tanner. He's kind of got a blood vendetta with him, so he's more focused on that as you attack. I'm
like trying to bear hug him in a way that he can't like get his arms free and like.
Yeah, and I figure you're like looping the rope around him in like inconvenient ways for him. He's like reaching out with an arm, and you like loop it around his wrist, and even if he shakes it free for a second, it's in a way that he can't punch you back immediately. You know, he has to shake free rather than just punch you.
Yeah.
Darling.
So Darling is going to reach out real quick and try to just quickly like graze Tanner's shoulder and hope that that's enough so she can summon an axe.
Sure.
And then I'm going to axe a wolf.
You have a lot of chemistry with Tanner, so I'll allow it.
I kind of figured I was considering slapping his butt, but he might get distracted at that point, so...
Yeah, I figure with Tanner, you have to do less physical intimacy because you guys are regularly intimate and close, both emotionally and physically, where someone like Faye or Seamus, if you want to copy their powers, you aren't. You know, you don't give them...
Takes more effort.
I also kind of figure at this point he's more of like the default, but...
Yeah, I would agree.
She doesn't know that, so she's just like, I'll just reach over real quick. I'm going to use God's Favor, because that creates the axe, and Revenge.
All right. Attack the wolf.
That's a 7.
Same options I've given everyone else.
Sevens tonight. I'm going to go with X, or go with the damage.
Right. So you start, you grow a nice rose axe, and start helping Seamus out, pairing blocks of the wolf as it's slashing at him and trying to focus on him. I'm going to rule that it's no longer focused on Seamus, but you're not going to have to make a face the danger roll this round because of Seamus drawing its attention.
Cool.
If that seems fair to you, Seamus.
That seems fine.
Top of the round. Anyone can go. Currently, the wolf is looking pretty beat up. Herman is looking pretty restrained as well. Neither are out of the fight yet.
I'll just go again then, because I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to axe a wolf.
Go for it.
That is a 12.
Yeah, so you get to pick 2 now.
Yes. So definitely damage. And you know what? I'll just do get them good, because I'm feeling okay, and I'd rather take him out of the fight as fast as possible.
Make me a face the danger roll to guard against the wolf's retaliation.
Okay. I am going to use Mirror or Reflection, whichever one is for attacks.
Okay, yeah. You've been using one for offense, one for defense. So
yeah. That is a 7.
Cool. So you do take some hits. You take a level 2, but you're still looking pretty good. At this point, the wolf seems to transform back into a dog and like slump down. It is out of the fight. It's not dead, but it looks like the rift that was in it has fled.
Taking a nappy nap.
And the dog like kind of like runs to the other room. You don't need to chase it. Like it's not like I'm not really like the thing is out of the fight. That just narratively.
Narratively, then I kick the door shut.
Yeah, that's completely fine. I just wanted to let you know like what was happening. It's not like you need to hunt this down or else it's going to wreak terror on the city. No, like it's just a dog again.
I'm cool not killing a dog.
Same. That's
why I figured it transformed back into a dog. It looks like the rift part of it is like you kicked the rift part out, so it's fine. Who's next?
I think I'm just gonna keep trying to restrain.
All right.
That is a 9.
Is it 2 tags?
No, I think it was just the shape-shifting.
All right, do you want to get them good? Do you want to avoid collateral?
Yeah, I'll get him good.
All right, make me face the danger as he is still fighting back, trying to resist this.
Okay, shapeshift limbs out of harm's way.
Yes. You can use shapeshifting since you're someone who's burly and could take a hit if you wanted.
Okay, yeah, I'm not...
You're not...
Faye.
Yeah, you're not weak Faye.
Breakable. That is an 11.
You are able to dodge, and when you do get hit, it's similar to how Tanner takes hits in the right spots. You're taking hits in muscly mass that can take a hit.
Yeah.
Seamus, what are you about?
Gonna try to help. Now that the wolf's gone, I'm gonna try to help restrain this guy.
Okay.
That is a 7.
All right. How many tags did you use?
Just 1. Using the military strategy again.
You guys know the options. Well, what option would you like to pick for your hit with all you've got?
I guess get him good.
Okay, making me a face of danger as he's still fighting, whipping the spear around in a small room.
That is a 9.
Alright, you take another level 2 status as you get grazed a couple times by this weapon, but otherwise you're feeling pretty alright.
Does that bump me up to a 3?
Yep, you're at a level 3 now.
Okie dokie.
Tanner.
Yep, okay. Tanner's is gonna, like, grab one more loop of rope and just try to, like, throw it around his entire body and pull it taut. So, yeah. Brawl like a Norse god. 8.
Alright, you have the same options everyone else has had. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll just do get him good.
Okay. Make me a face of danger as he tries to spear you as you're getting close to him again.
Yay, that actually went well. Wait, no, it didn't. Wait, yes, it did. Wait, no, it didn't. That's a 9.
Okay, so this time you take a calculated risk and you do get stabbed. And he's like, you see a smile on Herman's face as he spears you. And you, like, it's a pretty good jab. It'll bump you up to the end of tier 4. So you're like, it hurts, but he's like smug. And then you like pull the rope and it bundles him up. All your guys is fighting and maneuvering has like basically like wrapped all these loops and you pull it tight. So he is now completely restrained and cannot move.
All right, let's put him in the car and go.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Let's get out of here.
You're a bunch of cowards. You are just as bad as everything else in this city.
Yeah.
Attacking it.
Tanner, like, just tries to cover his mouth.
Yeah.
Like, shh. No more talking for you now.
So, you guys load him into the car and have a stressful yet uneventful trip back to the Mystic Grove.
Lots of thumping.
Lots of thumping and, like, yelling about how you guys are bad people.
Scourge of the city.
Basically. And you guys are able to drop him off with the order. They quickly depower him with how strong Tanner says he is.
Well, I feel like we've cut off the head of a snake here.
Yeah, this might, I don't know, warrant a follow-up to make sure no one just kind of, like, steps in to take his place.
Yeah, we almost definitely, I think, want to keep an eye on the... What did we call it? The tree gang?
The tree gang, yeah.
Because we're professionals.
At this point, it's more of a spite thing. Like, I'm sure they have a cooler name. I'm never going to use it. They're the tree gang now. They're the tree gang with a retired old guy as their leader that's not going to do anything, I hope.
We shall see.
Hey Wanderers, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Naptown Chronicles. If you want to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, you can check out the Wandering Gamer Network website. We also post Let's Plays that we do on YouTube under the channel Wandering Gamer Network. On Twitch, we can be found at wandering_gamer_network, and you can follow us on Twitter at the WGN Podcast. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. The intro and outro music was composed by Caitlin Belgman, who voices Faye in this podcast. All other music is openly licensed or in the public domain. Now, sleeper, it is time to rest. And remember, it is the gods who envy us.